Alright, come get ready with me. I'm like gonna try and keep it very light today. I'm honestly going to just do a little bit of spot touch-ups. Here, let's put my hair back. Hold up. Okay, my hair is pinned back, and no, I can't take this off because I recently cut my hair trying to get rid of some damaged, like, weird parts, and I ended up cutting it to, like, just weird. So now I'm going to have to just wear hats and stuff until it grows back, and it's just devastating. So, it's like one thing to go through a harsh breakup and recover and whatnot, but then it's absolutely insane to go from a ridiculous, chaotic, just one-sided relationship to having to just break out of a toxic friendship that is based on, I guess it'd be called like a trauma bond or something. I don't know, but it's just ridiculous. I never really understood this until I had to face it, and it's just been one thing after another, you guys, and I'm just holding on to God by a grace of a hair, okay? It's just not been easy, to say the least. I've been struggling, and oh gosh, there goes everything. And this tape is too high up. Hold on, I need to fix it. I wanted the tape so I could have precision on the eye, like on the eyeliner, but I guess whatever, we're just not gonna go with that today. So I'm just gonna do a smoky, like bronzy brown smoky eye. And basically, you guys, it's just been one thing after another. It's been taking a toll on me, I'm not gonna lie. I've been really just not motivated to really do anything, even though all I want to do is just film and make content, make up videos and stuff like that. I'm really wanting to build up my channel, and I just really want to build up my TikTok. I'm focused on my YouTube channel, but it's just been really hard when my mindset's like all over the place because of everything that's happened. Like, I think back to a lot of the times where I'm like packing up my MacBook and everything because I could sense the energy was just getting off, and just running down the stairs and him grabbing me by the neck and just flying me back has just like been constantly, and I feel like my voice hasn't healed properly. So it's just been a inner battle, I feel like. But at the same time, I have been doing a lot of energy healing, and I have been seeing a different practitioner. Her name is Patty, and I'm very, very grateful for her. She's helped me so much, just heal in so many ways that I just felt so lost in for a while. Because if you guys don't know, I do Reiki healing, and I do a lot of healing on myself. But at the same time, when you go through a lot of traumatic stuff, it is so easy to get so deep and down and out that the amount of healing you perform on yourself just does not cut it. Like, of course, if you can consistently keep it up, you will, but I'm just grateful that I had the opportunity to see her, because she has just helped me in so many ways. But I'm not gonna lie, it really does suck, like, having a friend of 10 plus years like do this type of stuff to you. And the thing that sucks is, like, for some reason, even though this has all happened, like, I feel sad in a way, but it's just like basically having to mourn a friend in a way. Like, it's feeling like I obviously can never hang out with this person again, or because they just don't learn. They have no respect for themselves. They don't have respect for me. I really wanted to believe that this person would change, just like the toxic relationship I was in. I was praying. I stayed in that for way too long. The person I was with was absolutely manipulating me at all costs, taking my kindness as a weakness, and just truly manipulating the situation, and going through my phone every single chance they had. I actually woke up one time to them holding my phone, unlocking it over my face, and then tried to manipulate the situation. I've seen them just while I was in the room, they would be on my phone, I'd come out, they'd try and throw it down. He would just be so malicious in ways with his wording. He would target whatever he was doing back at me and throw the situation back at me. But I honestly, at first, like, it took me a while, and just building my relationship with God, my intuition and the things that God was showing me were absolutely, like, on point, and I couldn't have been more grateful that God saved me and just truly showed me and opened up my eyes to the truth, because the stuff that was happening was just absolutely just ridiculous. And he, like, every time I'd confront him, he would get so flustered and wouldn't even be able to answer me. He would make up excuses, and it just got to a point where I listened to my intuition, called him out in the moment, and he was speechless. You know, one of the craziest things is he kept trying to trap me, and he kept trying to portray me just only being with him, and just, you know, I was only allowed to talk to him, I was only allowed to hang out with him, but then at the same time, he was allowed to do whatever he wanted. And I found stuff in his shower before, and he tried to lie about that. And of course, when I confronted him, immediately he got so twisted up, he couldn't even figure out what to say. It took him at least a minute before he did reply, and the answer he gave was absolutely ridiculous. So I just learned, honestly, just to listen to my intuition, and just, you know, obviously the way that this whole relationship started, I've learned through this, and I will never be doing the same mistakes again or repeating the same cycle twice. You know, one of the biggest lessons I learned in that situation I was in was to always, like, you know, when I first met this guy, I was celibate, I was really close to God, but I did not open up about that until halfway into the relationship, and that's one of the biggest regrets I have. And from now on, every relationship forward, or not that I will be like doing a lot of relationships, but the next relationship I get into, I'm definitely going to, or before I even get into a relationship, I want to know this person well inside and out. I want to be like at a good place with them before getting into a relationship with them. Like, you know, I had it all backwards before. I really thought that you're supposed to get into a relationship with someone that you like know, but I honestly did not know this person. I thought I knew, but absolutely not. And you know, there's just so much I've learned just this past 2 years, and just so much I would do so differently now. And I just honestly am so grateful that I, you know, have walked away and took the time to really focus on myself and my well-being and my healing, because that's what's needed. And I realized how many parts of my soul was not healed from past relationships, and I could tell in him as well. He was focused and stuck on his past, on his ex. There's just so much more that I'm aware of now than I was back in that whole relationship. And you know, even with the friendship, you know, I've grown so much, and I've had a best friend, an ex-best friend that I used to be close with, and she did me absolutely so dirty and so disgusting, and I would never do what she did to me, and I would just never do that. But she tried to come back into my life, and she didn't even apologize, nothing. She just tried to come back in, acting like it would be good for us to be friends again, which I think is just crazy. I didn't even respond. You know, I've learned so much about energy and people, how they can transfer energy, and you know, I've just done so much on inner work on myself that I do not want to take any steps backwards. I do not want to go backwards. As I'm saying this, it's 1:11 on the clock. But you guys, I've just been really focused on my well-being, my healing, my mental health, my spirituality, my relationship with God. And anyone that does not align with me in those ways, I'm just not gonna have in my life, because there's just no way we would connect on a daily basis. So I just don't really need that in my life. And the crazy thing is I was going to this healing conference with a bunch of healers, and right before we ended up leaving, it's just so crazy, because right before we were about to leave, I was seeing a certain healer, and she was actually telling me, you know, you're gonna run into like an ex-friend. Basically, they're going to try and like hug you, and do not do that, because the energy transfer is real. And it's so insane, because as soon as I left and I went over to the casino, I ended up running into an ex-friend, and she actually tried to hug me, and I had to really deflect and really like hold my ground and stay grounded in the moment, which was kind of new for me, but I did do that, and it felt really good. But it was kind of hard, I'm not gonna lie. But you know, when you start doing a lot of healing work and you start doing a lot of inner work, you do not want to jeopardize that at all. You start to learn the value of yourself, and you know, you just don't let the same type of energies in anymore. And that's something that I had a really long like struggle with, because I always just like really could see the best in people, and I could see why they would do the things that they were doing. And to be honest, in some senses, I felt really bad, because I like kind of understood where they were coming from. You know, hurt people, that's no excuse, but at the same time, you know, I just really did feel some sort of way for them. And that's why I like, you know, one time I was like working at the shop, and an old friend came in and he gave me a hug, and he was having like the worst day of his life. And I was having like the best day, and as soon as he hugged me, the energy transfer was so surreal, you guys. As soon as he left the shop, I immediately felt like I felt like ending my life. I felt so horrible. And it's just that quick of a transfer, like insane. That's also why they say you have to really protect yourself around certain people, because, you know, they just hold certain types of energy around them. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I do not like this powder. I'm actually going to wipe it off. I'm just going with a natural vibe today. I just do not like the way the makeup is sitting on my face. So I'm just going to wipe this all off really quick. Honestly, we're just gonna put on some setting spray and a little bit of highlighter, and that's going to basically be it. I don't know why, you guys, I'm so sorry. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna add this step, and then I like absolutely hate it. I'm like taking 10 steps back, but hey, that's okay. Also just gonna do the inner corner. And then above the eye, or below the eyebrows, and that's pretty much it. I'm debating on if I should do lip gloss or not, but I think that might like be too much. So I think that honestly think that this is going to be the fit, you guys. I don't know if I should put my hair in a ponytail like that, or if I should just leave it down. I have more hats coming, so, and like I'm gonna be buying more like headbands and stuff, so I can let this part grow out. But okay, honestly, I just changed everything I was just gonna do again, so just ignore that, you guys. I don't know what the heck I'm doing today. We're just going with the flow, and we're gonna pray that it comes together. All right, so I'm just listening to my intuition. I'm listening to God's calls. I'm just focusing on my healing, my well-being, my mental health. And honestly, that's where I've been at, and it's been really, really good. I'm not gonna lie, it's been lonely, it's been challenging. Being disciplined has been hard, but you know, it's really worth it. I do enjoy my wine though, and I do enjoy a nice Jack Daniel honey cocktail, I'm not gonna lie. But you know, it's all part of the process, and I'm just adjusting. I hope that, you know, I can just really get my life back on track and get all the things I need to get back from when I was in addiction, and the things that addiction took away from my life. So, you know, it's one day at a time, but I'm just grateful to be where I'm at today. I remember the days where I was praying to be where I'm at right now, so I'm just very grateful to be where I'm at. So many times before in the past, I really tried to go back to certain friends and certain environments and places that no longer served me, and it honestly just set me back, and it kept me just repeating so many cycles that I could have been avoiding if I just were listening to God's orders and just being disciplined and like really listening and breaking the cycle. Because you can get so caught up in certain friendships and certain environments in your life where you just become stuck and stagnant, and you're just repeating the same cycle every week over and over, or every month over and over again. Really hope that this lip gloss looks okay. Let's pray together that it looks okay. Honestly, I don't know how to feel. You guys, I started off wanting to do a light makeup look. See, this is what happens every single time. Now here we are, like fully glammed up basically, and now I'm gonna be walking to town. So I hope your day is going better than mine, and I'll see you guys back in my next video. Peace.